What's up guys, it's D-Man10 here, and today I'll be showing you how to install an operating system or reformat a computer. This is take a couple steps. It's not very hard. It's very user-friendly once you get to know the UI. But yeah, so this is how we're going to do it. You're going to either want a flash drive that's installed an OS on it, so like either it's burned to a CD or a USB drive is formatted to the OS, which I have a video on, so you can look that up, and it'll actually be the video before this one. So what you're going to do first is you're going to find yourself a computer that you want to reformat. This is an old one I used to use when I first started making my videos, so this is going back a lot. I already did reformat this, so I'll just show you a little bit of specs here. If we go to start and then right click my computer and hit properties, this is all the specs. Nothing special here. Service Pack 3. Sorry, it's just like out of focus. Windows XP. Computer name. 3.0 gigahertz, which is pretty good for this computer. This is meant to go in an office. And has 1 gig of RAM. So nothing special. Just a normal computer. So what you're going to do first is find out your specs, which we just did. Either if you want to install an upgrade and install Windows 7, you can, as long as you have enough RAM. I'm probably going to install Windows 7 on here just to see how it runs. You need at least 1 gig. It's not going to run half gig. It's just not going to run smoothly at all, even though it can. I don't suggest it, so we're going to try it. So first thing you want to do is you're going to grab yourself a CD. I burned it to a CD Windows, so it shouldn't be too bad. So this is XP right here. I'm going to put this in the disk tray. This is step number 1, make a CD. Step number 2 is put it in your disk tray. Don't even let it load it up. You just don't need to. You can just shut down your computer at this point. Yeah, you can see it's loading up. You can hear it. Now, I'm just warning you now, this computer is very loud because it's old. I need to clean it out. There's a lot of dust in it and stuff. I just haven't got around to the time. It's not my main computer, so sorry about the autofocus, guys. It's the only thing I can really use. I can use manual focus, but it's going to be a pain. So the second step is you're going to have to boot from Windows BIOS menu, which differs on each computer. It'll tell you on screen what key to hit. It's usually on your keyboard. It's either Escape, F1, F2, or F12, or an F9. I've seen actually before too. It all depends, so just warning you now. Alright, so you're going to start up your computer. And I think for this one, I believe boot menu is F2. Oh, it's enter. It might be enter too. See in the little, it was like in the little white, it'll tell you which, yeah, choose, so it's F12, choose a temporary startup disk, and we're going to go down to CD drive. If you're using a thumb drive, you'll see a USB port, it'll say. You hit that, and now it's going to start booting from the CD. And up here you can see press any key to boot from the CD. So I'm going to press enter, and here we go. Now it is loading Windows XP off the CD itself. I'm just warning you again now, the computer is about to get loud in a couple minutes. Alright, I didn't do this fast enough. Sometimes this happens. You can shut down your computer. Sorry about that. Alright. This does happen, and I'm honest, I'm not going to cut this out at all. This does happen all the time. So you're going to hit enter. And then for here, we're going to hit F12. And we're going to go down to CD. As soon as those letters come up, hit enter. And there you go. Yeah, see, I let it time out, so it did start up again. And now it's going to start loading from the CD itself. Sorry about this obnoxious light behind me. And it's going to start loading drivers. This is very normal, so don't worry about it. This is pretty much how you do it. This is the first step. The first step is going to be, it's going to wait for the drivers to load. So this isn't bad at all. Maybe if I turn my light off, that'll get better lighting. Yeah, this works. Okay. Now I'm sitting in the dark. No, I look like a pedophile or something. So you just gotta wait patiently and hope for the best at this point. Yeah, so like I said before, you're gonna want to know your specs of your computer. I know a lot of people aren't computer people, and maybe you got a virus on your computer or something like that, and you're just trying to reformat it like I'm showing you how to. Or even upgrading. This will work with upgrading, guys, so just letting you know. But I mean, this is very user friendly. It pretty much tells you what you need to do, and I'll show you. I'll go through step by step. If you guys have any questions, you can hit me up on the inbox. Just message me on YouTube, or I'm gonna actually do I'm going to do a social media video, which I'll tell you all the stuff, the way you guys can contact me, easy. I'm not a big Twitter fan, but I guess I'll use it more. Definitely Facebook. I'm going to create a yeah, it's getting loud. Definitely a fan page I'm going to create. That's something, I'm on Facebook a lot, just because I like to talk to my friends. I'm not an addict or anything, but I feel like if I have a fan page up there, it'll be good. Easy to contact you guys back, ask you guys for your opinions, all that good stuff. Because it does get very crowded and clustered on YouTube. And also, I'm thinking live video on Google+. I think that'd be kind of cool if we can like talk to each other on there. Because Google Plus is a good social network, just not a lot of people know about it. So we're still waiting here. I'm doing this all in real time. I might cut out a little bit of it, just stuff that like loading bars that won't change. Yep, we're just waiting here. It shouldn't take too long. I know my computer's slow, but it is booting from the CD, reminding you, so just don't hesitate to just wait a little while. This reformat process is going to take a little while. I do suggest backing up all your personal data before doing this. That includes documents, images, music, anything like that you guys want. And if you are coming from a virus-based OS, I would just save personal documents and that's it. I would reformat everything. Just because you can always download your programs again. It's not like it's a hassle. I know it is a little bit of a hassle, but there could be viruses tied to programs. That's where viruses like to tie into, is programs. This is one of the reasons why I switched to Mac. I'm not trying to be biased, but it is a good key factor that they have. Alright, here you go. So now we get a partition menu. This shows you how much space and how much partition we have on the computer. Okay. Now, if you have multiple partitions, it's probably gonna look a little weird for you. There might be more down here, but I only have one partition on this computer. It's NTFS format, so that's always good. And this is a 40 gig hard drive, 38,154 megabytes. That is equal to 40 gigabytes. So pretty much, if you have 30,000, you have 30 gigabytes. If you have 20,000, you just do the math from there. It's in a 10 based format here. Our unpartitioned space is actually to help it boot, so you're not going to touch that at all. This is the unpartitioned space. You're going to actually select this one. Now, to install it on the partition one, which you want to do, or the partition you want to install to is called, it's going to say system for you guys, some of you guys. Again, if you have a virus on your computer and you've backed up all your stuff on an external drive, I would format it completely. You can see if you select D on my computer, it'll delete the partition and you can reformat it. I'm just going to hit enter because I don't have anything on here anyway. And now it'll ask you, this is the format menu, it's going to ask you if you want to format the partition quickly, which I do not suggest at all because it doesn't format anything. Leave the current file system intact, no changes, which means it'll partition another partition in your hard drive and run alongside your other partition, which I also do not suggest. Format partition to the file system, do that one. That is the full format and it works well. So you hit enter. Now here it's going to show you, it's going to just show you before you do it, are you sure? And you're going to hit F format. And at this point, this is the last time you can turn back if you don't want to. And I'm just going to hit F here. It's really dark, I can't see. Now here we go. Hit F, and it's going to start to format. So this is the first part of the process. This might take you guys a little while to start up here.